The international renowned Dan David Prize, headquartered at Tel Aviv University, which annually awards 3 prizes of $1 million each for outstanding achievements in the 3 time dimensions, is proud to announce the laureates for 2014. The prestigious prize stands at the forefront of the world's topmost academic prizes, headed by the Nobel Prize. The Dan David Prize, named after international businessman and philanthropist, the late Mr. Dan David, awards the prizes to individuals or institutions with proven exceptional, distinct excellence in the sciences, arts, and humanities that have made an outstanding contribution to humankind.
The laureates for the past time dimension in the field of history and memory are Mr. Krzysztof Cizewski, writer, public intellectual, and social activist, dedicated to the integration of the Polish past into the creation of a robust, living civil society capable of recognizing the complications of the past and that insists on their inclusion in the country's foundations for the present and the future. Mr. Pierre Nora, historian, public intellectual, and publisher, who coined the new historiographic interpretive category, Les lieux de mémoire, sites of memory, a concept that lies at the heart of discussions about the intricate connections and oppositions between history, the public use of the past, and the centrality of memory in our media-saturated environment. Professor Saul Fridlander, Holocaust scholar who maintained a sustained debate over the proper periodization of Nazi history on the one hand, and on the other, the question of the extent to which the Holocaust and the history of the Third Reich should be considered exceptional, addressing the ways in which the victims' experience ought to be integrated within the overall narrative of the Holocaust. The laureates for the present time dimension in the field of combating memory loss are Professor John A. Hardy of University College London, a molecular geneticist who specializes in studying the genetics of Alzheimer's disease and other dementias. He was the first to discover a mutation in the gene coding for the amyloid protein, which plays a key role in neurodegeneration associated with Alzheimer's disease. Professor Peter St. George Hislop of the Department of Clinical Neurosciences, University of Cambridge, was the first to discover key mutations in proteins involved in the early onset of Alzheimer's disease. These proteins are also implicated in late onset of this disease. Professor Brenda Milner of the Montreal Neurological Institute, McGill University, who demonstrated in her work that there are different types of learning and memory dependent on a separate system of brain. This pioneering work paved the way for modern learning and memory research. The laureate for the future time dimension in the field of artificial intelligence, the digital mind, is Professor Marvin Minsky of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, who is one of the founders of the field of artificial intelligence and has been among the most influential intellectuals of the 20th century in a variety of disciplines, including artificial intelligence, robotics, computation, learning, cognition, philosophy, and optics.
The laureates will be honored at the festive Dan David Prize Award Ceremony, which will take place on May 18, 2014 at Tel Aviv University in the presence of distinguished guests from all over the world. See you there.